Hello and welcome to Rotten Reviews, and today I'm tackling another Patreon request, this time coming from Ben Grimm, who wanted me to watch and review the 1996 movie Head of the Family. Ben's reasoning for wanting me to tackle this one is Full Moon deserves a spotlight in 2023. Check out one of my faves of the company. Bride of the Head of the Family has been announced. Can't wait. So yes, I have watched and reviewed several Full Moon pictures so far, but Head of the Family is one that has eluded me. I've never seen it. So I was actually relishing the opportunity because the poster is iconic. I've seen this everywhere, and the opportunity to watch it, I was definitely going to be jumping on that. And boy howdy, what a ride. Screenplay written by Neil Marshall Stevens and the story written by Charles Band, as well as directed by Charles Band, as so many Full Moon pictures are. Before I get into this one, I do want to just kind of really briefly touch on my relationship with this movie studio. So I enjoy fun filth. I enjoy schlocky movies. I do. It's a guilty passion of mine, but I do think that there is an upper limit, and I do think that Full Moon has been on either side of that limit for me historically. So, the original Puppet Master and a couple of entries in the sequels. I think Puppet Master 4 was a solid one. Enjoyed the heck out of those. I did have a little bit of more trouble with Demonic Toys, the Ginger Dead Man series, some fun ones in there, some ones that went really off the rails. Man, it's such a mixed bag for me, and a lot of it comes down to whether it's just being silly, even possibly trashy, or whether it's being cruel. And there are several entries in the Full Moon catalog that seem to want to just revel in the trashiness of it. It's self-aware and it knows what it is, and it just simply rolls around in the dumpster until it actually starts to smell pretty bad. But the ones that just know that's a silly concept and want to turn out something fun and cheesy and schlocky, those are the ones that I'm really all about. So my question before watching this one was, where does Head of the Family land in that odd spectrum that I have? And fortunately, man, this one was some fun. Centered around a family of 4 freaks known as Otis, Wheeler, Ernestina, and Myron, the latter of which is the iconic massive head on the tiny body that's wheeling around and is the smart one of the group. The 4 individuals have a psychic connection with one another, some sort of telepathy in which they can communicate and instructions being passed and so on, and each one has their own peculiarities on a physical level.
Holy shit, them some big eyes, brother.
And surrounding these 4 that winds up just kind of embroiling everything is a love triangle between Lance, Loretta, and Howard. Loretta and Howard are a couple. Loretta and Lance are a couple. Lance wants Howard dead. So when he finds the 4 siblings and finds out that they're up to nefarious things, he blackmails them into doing his dirty work for him and eliminating Howard, setting the wheels in motion for the film to really kind of, get rolling. Look, this is not highbrow. This is trash. This is fun trash, though. It doesn't really tip over into the cruel, unnecessary garbage humor that I think so many Full Moon pictures wind up treading down. Instead, this one just remains purely schlocky fun. The character of Myron was so well done. It was well portrayed by J.W. Para.
As for me, well...
Yeah, so you're the smart one.
Yes, I should say so.
The makeup effects and having the arms right by the head at all times in the chair, as well as the multiple focus points and the forced perspective shift that allowed the effect to work. All of it was competent, which is more than I would expect. And it all worked to the service of the movie. Like, I really was expecting something a lot worse than this. I got to be honest. And the fact that it turned out on a practical effects level, on a camera work level, cinematography level, and honestly, even a character level, the fact that it worked as well as it did is a wonderful, wonderful surprise. This may be, right alongside Puppet Master 1 and 4, this may be my favorite Full Moon picture. Dark humor and an honestly ungodly amount of nudity is just spread throughout this, but again, it's Full Moon, it's Charles Band. You're going to get what you're going to get. But I think the thing that surprised me the most is we actually had this odd balance between two fairly intelligent characters, which was the furthest thing from what I was expecting. The dynamics between Lance and Myron, as Lance is trying to get Myron to do his dirty work, and Myron is trying to find a way to get rid of Lance because they're kind of just a burr in each other's sides. And the dynamic that plays out between the two, I mean, a lot of this movie is dialogue between his two characters as they're trying to do some manner of threats and one-upmanship. But the fact is, it was pretty smart about everything. I can't make the claim that this was a great movie. I just can't. I'm sorry. But it was a lot better than I was expecting, and it was a massive amount of fun. And that really is the selling point. If you are in the mood for something that is schlocky and entertaining, I can't recommend Head of the Family enough. And I'm so glad that Ben recommended it to me. I only regret not having watched it sooner. This was phenomenal for what it was. It was trash, but it was great trash. So that's about the most that I could ever expect from a Full Moon picture. And if this is the kind of thing that Full Moon is going to be bringing into 2023, and I'm a little skeptical about that based on the quality of the Baby Oopsie series we just received, then yes, I agree with Ben that they certainly do deserve a spotlight this year. But even if their future endeavors aren't quite up to snuff, thanks to Ben, I have now been shown an element of their back catalog that should be seen. So thank you to Ben, and thank you for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you like this movie, let me know. If you didn't like this movie, let me know. Either way, leave comments. What did you think about Head of the Family? I'd love to know. Remember, next time you want to watch a horror movie, first make sure that it's good and rotted.